Hey BLIP family, wanted to do this 2 to 4 minute video. This is Dr. Dave, the soulmate specialist, and wanted to do this video on what did I learn about love from my mother. Two strong things that I learned about love from my mother were, one, that love is sacrifice, and two, do more for others than you do for yourself. Now, I had other examples that obviously confirmed and reinforced those two things that I learned from my mother, but those were two strong things that I learned looking at my childhood when I was with my mother. I specifically remember a time when I was with my mom, and this was a time, at this particular time that I'm thinking about, where she was a single parent, and we were kind of struggling because she was in grad school, and we used to have to take SEPTA, and she had a car, but someone committed an armed robbery and was driving fast down our block and wrapped her car around a tree. So we lost that car, so we were riding SEPTA a lot. And this particular night, she didn't have enough for car fare for both of us and for food, and we were both hungry and tired. And I remember saying to her, "Mom, I'm hungry." And I was really hungry. I was tired. And I remember that she, although she was very hungry and tired as well, she asked me what I wanted. And I forget whether I said McDonald's or whatever fast food place it was. I think it was a fast food spot. And she got me what I wanted, and she went without. So that taught me that love was sacrifice. There was another time where she taught me that putting others before yourself is love. So my mom used to work with college students at Drexel University, and there was this one time where there was, I think she was Chinese. I don't think she was Japanese. I think she was Chinese. And in our apartment building, something was wrong with this girl's apartment. I forget what was wrong with this girl's apartment. But my mom, she came and knocked on our door and told us whatever the problem was in her apartment. And she asked if she could stay with us. My mom didn't notice this young girl, and this girl was from China. And I guess my mom, talked to her and felt okay about who she was in her spirit. And although she didn't know her, and, I'm sure she wasn't the most comfortable with it, but she wanted to help this girl out. And she let her sleep in my room, right? So I had to sacrifice my room, right? But I was okay with it. I remember not having a problem with it because I could see the goodness of the whole thing. That the girl needed help, and my mom agreed to help her. And we were two different races, and she was a young student. I think she was going to UPenn or Drexel or something like that. And, my mom let her stay. And I remember the girl was so grateful. And she wound up spending the holidays with us at Thanksgiving, coming over to my grandmother's house. So my mom taught me again that love was sacrifice, and that love was putting others before yourself, or doing good for others wherever you can. And that those two strong things were two foundational pillars of love. And I learned them young, I learned them early, and I learned them from my mother. And my grandmother was also strong examples of both of those things. And my grandmother taught my mom those things. And those two principles have served me well, because I'm a purveyor of love, as many of you all are in BLIP. And I just wanted to share those things with you. So I've gone over my 4 minutes, so I'm going to cut it short right here. But thanks for listening. Again, this is Dr. Dave, the Soulmate Specialist. Have a good night. Bye-bye.